What's up, everyone? It's the weekend again, which means we'll be doing the headlights on the Prelude today as promised. We ended up going with some headlights off Amazon for $179 made by Amerilight, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. They have a 3.6 star review, not the best. I like to be 4 stars and above, but the selection of Prelude lights is a little slim. So we're gonna give these a try, see if we like them. They're not the most expensive things out there, but they should last up and they'll definitely look a lot better than what's currently on the car. So let me pop a box open real quick and I'll show you what they look like before we get out to the lift. All right, so these are them. Nothing too fancy. These halos are supposed to light up. Got 3 LEDs in there. They're nice and crystal clear. The back has these 2 prongs, these 2. We have this guy down here, and I assume that's the adjustment for the headlight leveling. And that's basically all there is to it. Should be a pretty simple design, easy to work with. So we will jump out to the car on the lift and start pulling it apart. All right, we're out at the car in the lift. To remind you guys what it looks like. That's the one we attempted to fix. That's the one we didn't touch. That's what they looked originally. Just didn't look very sharp. So let's get it up in the air and we'll take this front bumper off. So usually when you're pulling your front bumper off, you'll have a bunch of bolts underneath the lip. You'll have something here. Mine is missing something here. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Oh, it's just missing the push tabs that go up into that. So mine just flops loose. I need to get those tabs. I didn't know that. So the other part of taking the bumper off, you have a bolt up in here. And then we got to pop this grill off. There's a bolt here, and then there's push tabs underneath here, and the whole bumper pulls off. It's pretty easy to pull off. So let me just go ahead and time-lapse that. All right, now that we got the front bumper off, pretty easy. There is a bolt on these headlights in here, this one up here, and then on the outside, this screw right here. And then these headlights would slide right out. Same one on this one. The only one that looks like a pain, top one's easy. This is a Phillips, so it might be a pain. But this one is flipped on the inside, so you have to come at it from the inside angle. I don't love that, but it shouldn't be too terribly difficult to get out. So let's go ahead and start with this headlight first and see how hard it is to get it out. All right, so I got the top bolt on the headlight and the side one out, relatively easy. Straightforward. This inside bolt though is a pain. It's a 10mm, and what you're going to need is a little tiny extension to clear what I believe is the accumulator for the AC line. So we'll see if we can get that out now. And it's still not a whole lot of room to work in there. I mean, it is pretty tight in there. Now with this side bolt out, this top one's still here, but it's disconnected from the light, and this side one, we should be able to. Okay, there's one more. Let me show you guys real quick. Whoops. So you have to take this bolt out, and then this top one as well. I don't think I got to take this bottom one out, but the top one for sure. So let me do that real quick. All right, anywho, so then we've got like a weird connector on the back here. Undo the bolt. And it's out. Definitely some loose stuff in there. So we have
this little bulb. We'll bring the camera over. All right, we got this little bulb, which is like the marker light. It looks like we've got a tab right there. Yep, there it goes. That was easy once you got the bulb out of it. Then we've got this. Mine has this HID mess, so I'm gonna figure out which one to unhook where from this. So it connects back here. Unconnect that. Unconnect that. All right. So this is what your wiring harness should look like. Just those 3 tabs. So let me grab the new headlight and we'll plug it in. All right, so here we're just putting on the headlights. Sorry I had to voiceover record this. It's just really loud around the shop. We're working on a few different cars today. But just getting the plugs in the back and putting the bolts on the side, these outside bolts, and then the inside bolts as well. That one is always a pain. That was such a tough bolt to put in, but I finally do get it because there's a little bracket that you need to move over that I show you a little bit later in the video. So other than that little bracket, everything was pretty all right to put in. Now we're just switching over to the other side. We're gonna time lapse taking this headlight out since we've already seen it. And then I got some notes as soon as we're done with that as of what was done. A couple things to note. This piece will come off. You don't need to take it off. Leave it on. It goes to the little green. Comes off. I took it off on the other one not knowing, and then I couldn't figure out how to hook this up. You just you leave that gray piece on, and then this piece plugs right into it. Then the plug that does not have the shielding goes on the bottom, and then the one that does have the shielding goes on the top, or the higher elevated. So those are really the only notes. The other thing is this little piece, which is on the inside for this corner, slide it back some, because from factory, see how it's really close to the hole? It's a pain in the butt to get in. So it's way easier if you slide it up. So let me do that and then we'll put this in. All right, so they're in. Sorry I wasn't great at filming. I had a lot of people walking around and doing a few different things. I'll be honest, I don't love them. They're all right, they'll stay for now, but definitely gonna redo them. Probably something different later on. Like I said, I don't hate them. They're not the worst things out there. They're very bright compared to the rest of it. All right, yeah, but we got the LED ring lights. The 3 LEDs on this side don't work. They work on that side. A little disappointed that the lights, the halogen, I didn't really read that. I thought it was gonna be LED, but that's okay. They look better. It's not the end of the world. It's not a bad looking headlight. I don't know that it's my favorite, but it is what it is. So let's jump inside and wrap this video up.
All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap for this video. Honestly, I don't love the headlights. They're not the worst things out there, like I said before. I really wanted an OEM headlight, which is the clear plastic, the stock ones, but you really can't buy those, and the ones you can buy that look really close to stock have like a black ring around them. And I wasn't really a fan of that, but I might try those later. It's just a little over 200 bucks. I'm really not 100% for sure. For now, these headlights will do. It's not like they're terrible looking. I just think they look a little over the top in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. I don't love them. I like them, I'll tolerate them for now, but we'll see how it goes. We're just not having much luck with headlights in this little mini build series on the Prelude, so we'll kind of go from there. We did prep this for tomorrow's meet at the Lion's Made Barber here in Clearmont, Florida. It's going to be a good time. We're going to shoot some drone footage, and you guys will be seeing that video next weekend. Should be a great time, but I got a lot of filming to do tomorrow, so
I'm going to edit this up, and you guys will be watching this after I get done with the meet. So you guys have a good one, and I will see you next week for that car meet.